guys, it's Arnold. I'm going to do a draw my life video. If you guys don't already know, I love to draw. It's one of my favorite pastimes, so I figured it'd be cool to do a draw my life video. First, I was born with this brain juice called cerebral spinal fluid. I was a very weird kid. I had 42 teeth instead of 32, and I had to get 10 of them pulled. One of my eyes was nearsighted and the other was farsighted. I was very skinny, but I have big hands and feet, and I also have a big head. People call me Orbit because of it. I also had a stutter and a lisp. I got bullied at least once a month, and I loved to draw and read. I love to draw because everyone can understand it, even people who speak other languages. I love to draw so much that I think I should be a famous artist, or maybe a rich artist, or maybe a rich and famous artist. But I'm just a poor kid with a poor family on a poor Spokane Indian reservation. What comes along with being poor is little food. Most of the time I'm hungry and I wish I could just draw my food, like a bucket of KFC. Since I got bullied so much, I spent a lot of times indoors with my dog. But we recently had to put him down, and I was so upset because I loved him so much. We didn't have enough money to get him fixed, so I had to put him down. I believe it's destined to be poor as an Indian. I was going through rough times, but my best friend Rowdy was always there to cheer me up. He is big and strong, unlike me. This is the part of my life where it starts to change. In math, I found my mom's name in the textbook we were using, so that textbook must have been at least 20 years old. So I threw it at Mr. P with anger and hit him right in the face. Later, he came to talk me to convince me to get off the reservation and go to the all-white school Reardan. So I did, and the next day, I changed school after asking my parents. And when I told Rowdy, he punched me right in the face, and it started beating like crazy. After that, we basically became enemies. The reservation didn't like my choice either. On the first day at Reardan, I met a beautiful girl named Penelope. I thought she was so gorgeous, but she didn't really notice me. I got bullied by these guys, and one of their names was Roger. He was the leader of the guys that bullied me. One day I got so fed up and punched him right in the face. After that, I got so scared, but he actually showed me some respect after that. After a few weeks of school, I was going to the bathroom, and I could hear somebody throwing up in the girls' bathroom, so I waited to see who it was. It was Penelope. I figured out she was anorexic. And after that, we got to become closer and closer friends. We even went to the winter dance. But I had to use my dad's clothes because I don't have a lot of money, and he had the only nice clothes I could use in the house. After the dance, went to this pancake place, and these guys ordered all kinds of food. But since I'm poor, I don't know what I was going to do. I didn't have any money. I started to get sick, and I went to the bathroom, and I threw up. Roger came in a little bit after me and asked if I was trying out for basketball. I said I might. I told him I was in here because I didn't have any money to pay for the pancakes, and he said, "Don't worry about it, I'll pay for you." Later that night, Penelope found out I was poor, and she was okay with it. She felt sorry for me. A bit later on, I met Gordy, who was a genius, and he showed me how to actually read a book and understand it. Now I was feeling like a part-time Indian, acting as a white kid at Reardan and being an Indian at home. I tried it for the basketball team, and I actually made the varsity team. Our first game wasn't that great, though. We lost to Spokane, the school I was going to with Rowdy. He hit me right in the face and knocked me out, and I couldn't remember the rest of the game. After that, we had a huge winning streak. During this time, I had a lot of downs in my life. My grandmother died from a drunk driver, and Eugene, my dad's best friend, died over a simple sip of vodka. This is what happens when you're poor and all you worry about is alcohol. That's the only thing poor Indians do is drink alcohol. I don't even know where we get the money for it. They get it and they just spend it on alcohol, all over and over and over again. At the end of the season, we played Spokane again, and we beat them. I felt guilty because I felt like Goliath instead of David, beating them at Reardan. A little while after the game, I found out my sister died. Again from another alcohol incident, where she was living caught on fire, and she was too drunk to even wake up and figure it out. I guess this is where poverty comes in and causes very terrible accidents. And so what I did was made a list with things that I like to cope with it and make me feel happy. A little after me and Rowdy are emailing, and we decided to play one-on-one. I accepted that I was a part-time Indian, and I have accepted that I experience things from both tribes.